Hello. I don't know, I've had a really, not a weird day, just go slow day. I didn't sleep well because my wrist kept waking me up. So I kind of filmed Raven's All About video this morning, you know, fed the chickens and ducks and all sorts, fell asleep. And then when I got up, I fed the dogs, had some lunch. And now I'm on my first walk of the day, which is a lot later than normal. But to be fair, my wrist is still really bad. So I don't know where I'm going to walk, what I'm going to do. I think my rough plan is do the tips and then the full loop round there with these four. And then with the second walk, either do the same thing or go up and around there and then back up the drive to finish. I haven't really decided. Doesn't really matter. I never go super far on the weekend, and I generally go in smaller groups because it's more likely to be busy on weekends. So yeah, and I don't know, this having a show midweek has thrown me a little bit, because usually like I walk them pretty consistently, pretty far through the week, and then we do shorter walks or shows or training days, stay at home days on the weekend. But because the show was like midweek, it just threw me, because the day before a show I tend to give them a day off of walking because I'm busy loading up the car, bathing dogs, getting things sorted for being away for a day. So they missed out on one of their longer midweek walks, which means we're on a weekend walk. I don't know. It's just thrown me basically, hasn't it? It's quite a warm day. When the sun comes out from behind the clouds, it's really warm. But that tends to slow the dogs down a bit. And it's not too warm to walk before anybody says anything. But it is quite good for me and the dogs to acclimatise to working in warmer weather, because you never know when you're going to show in warmer weather. There's plenty of shade along this route, plenty of puddles, so they're fine. I quite like this as a little group to walk, and a nice combo. And Aria doesn't wind up with Pumpkin and Raven. Pod doesn't wind up without Aria or Pumpkin with him. Obviously I mix groups up because it just works out that way some days. But as a fairly regular group to walk, these four are lovely. And Pod he listens a lot better when he hasn't got sidekicks to lead him astray. So yeah, Nala never leads Pod astray, and neither does Jude or Disney or Duds. So yeah, right, I'm gonna have to put my phone in my pocket because it's really hurting my wrist. You had fun, girls. Good girls. I think you two are having fun too. I love it, running in the trees up here. So my foot's still sore and swollen from the show, and my wrist is bad. This is a nice one to take them because, like, you know, they have a good run when they're up here. And the view's pretty cool too. So I do practice my recall skills up here. So as you can see, other than sort of smells, there's not much distraction up here right now. But I think it's important you practice with lower distraction so that when there's high distraction, you're in more of a habit and a routine of them recalling to you. It works for us anyway. So again, I'm just going to be doing like short bursts of filming because it really hurts my wrist. So we're on the shaded section of the walk, which is still quite muddy with some puddles. I don't think it'd still be muddy. I suppose it hasn't really been that sunny recently, is it? Only today it's really gone sunny. Anyway, they're all listening really nicely, all doing really well. And I managed to get a recall off some bones that they found in the bushes back there, which when you think, like, that's high reward, high value to a dog, isn't it? Finding bones. It's like finding treasure. So I was really pleased with that. And Pumpkin is quite like Jude, in that not brilliant in the heat. Not that there's anything wrong as such, just rather they're cooler, not as lively. Whereas like Aria, Nala and Raven, they've got pretty decent energy levels still in the heat. You know, all these things are good to know because it might be that I do something with Pumpkin, keeping her cool before she goes in the ring, rather than letting her get hot and just a bit fed up because she's hot, a bit flat because she's hot before going in the ring. So I've got like a couple of cool mats and stuff where you water them down, and then when they dry they go hard. They're really weird, but I can put that in the crate for her if it's a warm day. The drying coats I've got, I've heard of people wetting them, dampening them down and putting them on. I'm not sure about that because I'd have to take it off in enough time for it to dry, for her to dry before she goes in the ring. So I probably won't do that one. But so out on yet another walk. Nala is living her best life up there running around. And yeah, one more walk to do today and then I'm done. I'm limping well. I've had painkillers before I came on this one, so timing it okay. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave this here because this is a boring walk. So I'll see you all soon. Bye.